Howdy, back at it again. Today's video going to go over Marisa's medium punch target combo situation. If you like this type of content, if you want to see more of it, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow to year 2, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, if this type of tutorial content you want to see me produce, please leave a comment, let me know so I can get working on it. Without further ado, let's get in the video. So, if you've played Marisa at all or ever played against Marisa at all, you are intimately familiar with this target combo, right? It is probably the easiest part of her game plan to possibly understand. Very beginner friendly. You just mash on medium punch and then you cancel it into Gladius. Okay, this is good because, hey, guess what? If they try to mash, they get counter hit, right? So then they don't want to mash, so then you charge it and then you're plus, and then you can, push buttons and counter hit them again. Very easy to figure out. Or you can cancel into Superman punch if they start going low, right? So the advice you see a lot from people is a couple things. The first piece of advice I think is really good. This is how you should deal with this, I think, most of the time, which is you just try to perfect parry it, okay? Because the worst case scenario, you get pretty much all your drive gauge back. And best case scenario, you get perfect parried, right? You get a perfect parry, you get a punish. And that's why this is like the casino for Marisa, because she's just gambling on the fact that you're not going to pick the right option, right? You're going to do something like try to DI, and she's going to charge it and destroy you, right? Because you're going to think she's going for this, and then guess what? She's going to charge it, and you get strong, ha 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 ha. Or, she's going to think that you're going to try to, neutral jump punish because you think she's going to charge, and then she'll just cancel it normally and get a knockdown into Oki. Ha 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 ha. Now, the other piece of advice that people will give is they will tell you, well, guess what? You just reversal it. You just reversal on reaction, and she can't do anything about it. She cancels into like Gladius and charges. She can't do anything. She does drive rush cancel. She can't do anything. And that's not really true. I saw this advice a lot early on, and it just straight up isn't true. So she can always charge OD Gladius, okay? With the exception of against Rashid and Akuma, and we'll get into those in a little bit. Against every other character with a DP, she's double digits plus after she armors through your OD DP, and if her back's to the corner and you end up on the other side, GG's, you just say 73%, shake my hand, right? That's why it's the casino. Because I'm just, right? That's not a safe option against almost anything else, right? That's really susceptible to lows. That's extremely susceptible to neutral jump. But hey, it beats the ODDP, and it beats the ODDP really, really hard. So I only need to be right once, and I can win a round or I can win a game if it's the right situation. So you like to gamble, mash on medium punch, okay? Now, the kind of unique defense, and again, she can take this whatever way she wants, because it's like, okay, well, I'll do level 1, right? And once again, cancels into drive rush, nothing I can do. Not exactly. She can wait and then do a super level 2 or level 3 after the screen freeze here, and I'm dropping it. Oh my goodness. Right, like that. And then boom, she can react to the, screen freeze and do level 3. And hey, look, you just say 40%. Ha 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 ha. Look how smart I am. Aren't I clever? Now you're in the corner and I get Oki. Okay, so the thing is, it's all about these big reads, right? Even something like this, right? If you're just mindlessly parrying, I can do drive rush into command grab, right? Obviously, that's going to lose to a lot of stuff. It loses to mashing. It loses to DP. It loses to super. It loses to neutral jump, right? But it's all about these just big guesses, right? I think in general, parry is your best option. I think DP is really, really scary to do because you can take 70% for screwing it up, okay? Now, that being said, what should you do? You try to parry it, you hold down back, and then what? Why is this actually bad for Marisa? Why is this not like just this great mix-up? Because afterwards, you just hit crouch medium kick, and then you drive rush cancel it, and you get a mix-up on her. And then she's on the ground, or she gets shimmied or whatever, and she has a really hard time waking up. So the reason this is bad is because it forces her basically into a defensive guess, right? I mean, one, it forces her to take like this really big gamble where, hey, if I'm right, I get a couple thousand damage. But if you're right, I take a couple thousand damage, right? If I guess that you're going to ODDP and you don't, and you push a button, guess what? I get wrecked, right? If I guess that you're going to neutral jump and I do an uncharge like Gladius and you push DI, guess what? I get wrecked. So it's these situations where you can take a ton of damage. Now, against Rashid and Akuma, the situation looks a little bit different. So against Rashid, I haven't set here, if I charge OD, gets broken. If I just do OD regular, gets broken. You actually just have to charge it slightly, very slightly, and then you can win, and you cancel the level 3, or you just get the knockdown. And the risk reward's a little bit better for him because this combo doesn't do that much damage. And guess what? Like I take about as he eats like 2,000 damage. If I think it's 2,400. If I don't cancel this into level 3, yeah, 20,040. And if I'm wrong, and he ODDPs, I eat 1160. So, damage is a lot more even that way. Akuma, honestly, Akuma can probably stand to just ODDP here all the time because Marisa's best option against this is that. She can partially charge it. She's +2 on the knockdown, but we're at full screen. And he is definitely winning at this part of the screen. So if he can afford the health, I don't think it's that bad of a response for him. But most other characters, you're probably just going to want to try to perfect parry it. Maybe level 1, especially if Marisa doesn't have level 2 or level 3, your level 1's going to win. Drive reversal is also not a bad option, but she actually can call that out with something like this. Whoops, yeah, it's supposed to be after 2. Right, so she can call it out with something like that, which is a little more common for her to have level 1. But for most characters, try to perfect parry it, try to drive reversal it, DP sparingly, right? Use level 1 instead of DP, unless you don't want to give up the level 3, right? And that's why it's a gamble. Because, hey, if Marisa's right, she wins the world. If she's wrong, she loses the world. If you just block it out, she's -5, you hit 2 MK into drive rush, and now all of a sudden, you're on offense and throw looper to death, right? So, to everybody else, hopefully that's helpful to Marisa players. Please gamble responsibly, and as always, have a good time.